Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am using the Splendor collection from my mind's eye again, and this was to document Lucy's first birthday. Now I have a couple of these videos scattered over the last couple of months, so I'm not sure. I think I finished this album. I just have to go and see and check and make sure that I've got everything done for this album that I wanted to have done. If as soon as I'm done and if I have everything done, I'll do a flip through video, and watch out for that. I think this is the last layout that I've completed for this album. Now, in the little kit I put together for this album, I added this piece of paper. It is from a Die Cuts with a View paper pad, and I think the paper pad is called Happy or something like that. It's a wedding themed paper pad, and it has a load of doilies and things on. So yeah, but first I have to bring in my photos. Now I wanted to use this very floral page from the Splendor collection. I didn't want to do anything to it because it's just gorgeous the way it is. Now some people would consider this a difficult to scrap page because you are quite limited in what you do, but for me it was an easy to scrap page because of the limitation, because of the massive embellishment. You only had so much that you could do with this piece of paper. You couldn't, you know, it's like using a large title. It sort of does all the work for you, or using multiple photos on a layout. You know, you can only do so much with it. So that's basically what I did there. The one downside to all of this is that the photos are quite dark, and the last layout that I did for this and with this collection for my albums also very dark photos, and I think that the person who took the photos didn't quite have the settings right or anything. But yes, it is life. Now that moment is over. We can't go back. We can't retake the photos. So this is what I have, and I am going to make the best of it. I'm not going to mope about with it. This is it. It was a wonderful evening. It was a wonderful day. We had loads of fun, and Lucy loved it. She loved all of the attention she got. So I'm going to be using that tag, and that is also from the Die Cuts with a View paper pad. It's in one of their cut apart sheets. Now this title, Family Gathering, is from the Jen Hadfield Heart of Home collection, I think it is, yes. And I decided to use that as a title, to bring in some more gold, to bring in some bling, and there was this big space that I needed to cover up at the bottom right hand corner of the photos, and that was just perfect for that. And besides, we were all gathered, and it is really a family gathering, and all the friends that we have that are there are like family to us, and it was just a beautiful day. So I'm going to be using my wet glue just to stick down all my photos. I don't use my tape runner so much anymore because of the fact that I'm running out of the refills. So I've just been using my wet glue for everything, and it is the perfect stuff for me. And we can't get Scott's quick dry adhesive here in Dubai, so what I use is the Aleene's tacky glue, or yeah, the Aleene's quick dry tacky glue, and that is basically exactly the same, I think. So anyway, I'm going to be just outlining that tag so that you see it a little bit better, and that little sticker tag I stuck behind that, I'm going to be outlining that as well, because I really wanted those to stand out from the floral background. I'm also going to be outlining my photos. Now this is something I've been doing for months and months, and I don't think I'm going to stop doing this. I really like the effect that it gives. The same with outlining the layout with the doodly border. I really like doing that. I used to be very I didn't used to do the outlining on every layout, but I basically do the outlining now on every layout that I do. And guess what? I'm adding more florals. Another rose, or from the sticker sheet, I am going to add more and more, because you can never have enough florals. Those photo corners kept on popping up so I'm just going to adhere them a bit better with the tacky glue that I'm using, just so that they don't curl up. I really don't like that. Those little hearts, they are sort of epoxy hearts, and I'm going to try and stick them on as light a paper as I can. As you can see, I'm trying to stick them on the light pink and the white so that you could see the color of the hearts, because if you stick them on darker paper, then the color is sort of distorted through the darker paper. And I'm doing well, I'm trying to stick to the rule of thirds by adhering the little hearts in a sort of a triangle around the page, top right, and then mid left, and then bottom right as well. I'm also using some of my thread or twine, or whatever you want to call it, just to bring in an extra element of dimension to the page and some texture. I've got tags on the page with some holes in them, so I wanted to give them something to ground them. I don't always use, when I use tags, I don't always put the twine in the tag. I just felt now it was a good idea to do so. It would add some more texture to the page. What am I going to do next? Add more florals. Yes, I think the thing is that I wanted to cover up some of that photo with something brighter, because it was very dark, the photo, and I'm going to be using my Sharpie just to make a double outline for this layout. I think for the rest of the, or for most of the layouts for this album, I used my brush pen to do sort of a very distressed a doodly line around, but this layout I felt needed something more grounding, so I'm going to do that. So this is it for this layout. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.